am on the bed this morning with somebody that's totally delightful. In fact, you could say that my guest this morning is completely of another world. She is ethereal, I might say. She is angelic. I would like to snog her, in fact, at this point. She's so angelic and ethereal. And she's also one of the most successful young songwriters and singers of her time. It is Tori Amos. How are you this morning, Tori?
Hi, Paula.
Now, your album, Under the Pink, has gone straight into the charts at #1. That's fantastic. Did you expect to be so massively successful?
No, I was worried if I had to go work at the Marriott again. This didn't work. I was trying to get my, my feelings and send in the clown's chops back if this one didn't work.
Did you actually do that?
14 years.
14 years?
14 years.
So when you were playing for 14 years in kind of bars,
right,
did you think you were never going to be successful? I mean, were you worried, or did you always have that feeling it would happen?
I thought I might get a bit of a late start. You know, maybe it would be I'd do feelings like when I was 60 and it would be hip again somewhere, some part of the country, maybe like in Alabama or something. But I was holding on to the dream.
But how did you get your big break then?
I kept sending out tapes for, since I was 13, I was sending out tapes, and they kept saying, this girl and her piano thing is never going to work, honey. So why don't you do something else, muffin? Like get in a rock band, sugar. And so I said, okay, fine.
So did you get in a rock band?
Yes, I did. The drummer of Guns N' Roses and I were in a band together.
I can't imagine this.
And my hair was this big. My hair was really big. Hairspray was like a part of my life.
God, sometimes you just don't come through. God, sometimes you just don't come through. You need a woman to look after you. God, sometimes you just don't come through. You made pretty daisies, pretty daisies. I gotta find the sign. What you doing about here? I feel which is burning, gets a little toasty. What do you know? I gotta find why you always go when the wind blows. God, sometimes you just don't come through. God, sometimes you just don't come through. You need a woman to look after you. God, sometimes you just don't come through. Well, tell me you're crazy, maybe then I'll understand. You got your 999 in the backseat, just in case. Oh, hey, you gon' south, well, baby, you love your new phone. Hey, tell me what do you know? I gotta find why you always go when the wind blows.
Tori Amos's first album, Little Earthquakes, didn't get much play from radio stations, but thanks to extensive touring and excellent word of mouth, it still sold more than 1 million copies. Now Tori Amos has a new album out called Under the Pink, and Tori Amos joins us this morning. Great to see you.
Hi, Katie.
How you doing?
I'm good.
I'm interested in knowing, I know that you were a child prodigy. When did you first climb up on a piano bench and start tickling the ivories?
Well, my mother says I was 2.5.
I don't really remember. I mean, I was doing it before I could do anything, and I always played.
And you could just pick up tunes you played by ear, and yet you were also classically trained as well.
They tried to train me classically. I wasn't a very good pupil.
No?
No, I was more interested in composing and playing John Lennon, and they weren't into that.
It doesn't seem to have hurt you much. Let me ask you, you know, most people describe your music, Tori, as intense. And you do deal with some very emotionally charged themes in your lyrics. Do you ever worry that you're going to put people off by basically sort of trying to handle these kinds of themes in your music?
No.
No?
No,
I know you think it takes a certain kind of person, though, to appreciate.
Well, as far as writing music, if it's not going to inspire thinking and bring up feelings that have been like pushed under the rug, then I'm not interested in writing it. As a writer, I'm kind of just on a search on what I hide from myself, and that's just what interests me. And there are a lot of people that are out there that really are committed to, you know, getting those cobwebs out.
So I want to kill this waitress. She's worked here a year, longer than I. If I did it fast, you know that's an act of kindness. But I believe in peace. I believe in peace, bitch. I believe in peace. I believe in peace. I believe in peace, bitch. I believe want to kill this waitress. I can't believe there's violence in mind, and it's her power all in a club somewhere. Want to kill this killing wish. There are too many stars and not enough sky. Boys all think she's living kindness. Ask a fellow waitress. Ask a fellow waitress.
Hey everybody, welcome to another classic album deep dive. Today I'm going to be talking about Tori Amos's second solo album, Under the Pink. Now, full disclosure, I am a huge sucker for piano-driven rock, whether it's Billy Joel, Elton John, Ben Folds 5, Harry Nilsson, you name it. If it's a piano and it's rock and roll, I am all in. And so this album grabbed me right away. I don't remember how I first heard of it. Probably I heard a song or two off the radio and dove right into the album and fell in love with it instantly. I think without Tori Amos, there might not have been a Fiona Apple. But anyway, regardless of that, beautiful melodic pop rock. You have some ballads thrown in there, some heavier tracks. She really mixes it up really well on this album, and it fluctuates from the heavier to the softer, and it's got her great piano playing. Now, if you don't already know, Tori Amos is a classically trained musician who began playing piano at the age of 2 and was composing her own songs by the age of 3. Yeah, but like so was I if you consider a Fisher-Price piano a legitimate instrument. But nonetheless, she won a full scholarship to the Peabody Institute at Johns Hopkins University at the age of 5, the youngest person ever to have been admitted. In high school, she began recording demos of original songs and was signed to Atlantic Records in the early 80s. She formed the band Why Can't Tori Read in 1986 and recorded an album that sank without a trace. She recorded her follow-up album in 1992, Little Earthquakes, as a solo artist, which became her critical and commercial breakthrough, reaching number 14 in the UK charts. Under the Pink was her second solo album and recorded in New Mexico with producer and creative partner Eric Rossi. It topped the UK album charts and rose to number 12 in the US. The album starts off with Pretty Good Year, which was released as the second single from the album in the UK, peaking at number 7. The lyrics were inspired by a letter Amos received from a fan and are about perseverance and resilience in the face of life's challenges. The song features a string section and contemplative piano melody from Amos.
Tears on the sleeve of a man. Don't wanna be a boy today. I heard the eternal footman bought himself a bike to race. And Greggy writes letters and burns his CDs. They say you were something in those formative years. Well, hold on to nothing as fast as you can. Well, still pretty good, yeah. Pretty good. Maybe a bright Sunday beach is gonna bring you back, back. Maybe not, so now you're off. You're gonna see America. Well, let me tell you something about America. Pretty good, yeah. Pretty good. Some things are melting now. Some things are melting now. Well, hey, what's it gonna take till my baby's alright? What's it gonna take till my baby's alright?
God was the lead single from the album in the US and reached number 72 in the Billboard charts. Amos's father was a Methodist minister, and the song was inspired by her experiences growing up in a religious household. The song addresses her conflicted feelings about spirituality and religion and the church's historical treatment of women. The arrangement has a brace of guitar feedback and a crunching rhythm with some funky piano playing from Amos. Bells for Her is about betrayal and the end of a friendship. Apparently, the lyrics and music came to her one day in a spontaneous burst of creativity. producer Eric Rossi brought in arranger John Philip Shinali to help refashion an old upright piano to use for the song. Various objects, including nails and meditation balls, were inserted into the piano to give the instrument a unique and experimental feel. Past the Mission is another song that touches on religion, specifically Christ's relationship with Mary Magdalene. It was also allegedly inspired by her experience reclaiming her life after she was raped at 21 and her refusal to be a victim. The overarching theme is about hope, redemption, and human resiliency. The song features backing vocals from Trent Reznor, who Amos had befriended in the early 90s.
I don't believe I went too far. I said I was willing. She said she knew what my book did not. I thought she knew what's up. Past the mission, behind the prison door. Past the mission, I once knew a hot girl. Past the mission, the closing every hour. Past the mission, and I smell the roses.
Baker Baker is a gentle piano ballad that Amos wrote to take accountability for being emotionally unavailable to her boyfriend, which at that time was her producer Eric Rossi. Amos stated that the lyrics represent the way she had treated previous partners in the past and her fear of her current relationship ending because of her lack of intimacy.
Baker, baker, baking a cake, make me a day, make me whole again. And I wonder what's in a day, what's in your cake this time. I guess you heard he's gone to LA. He says that behind my eyes I'm mighty, and he tells me I pushed him away, and my heart's been hard to find. Here, there must be something here. There must be something here. Baker, baker, can you explain if truly his heart was made of icing? And I wonder how mine could taste. Maybe we could change his mind. I know you're late for your next parade. You came to make sure that I'm not running. Well, I ran from him in all kinds of ways. Guess it was his turn this time.
The Wrong Band has a swirling rhythm and bouncy piano melody that reminds me of a song from the 1920s. The lyrics were inspired by a prostitute Amos had met while on tour, who was providing services to a senator in Washington, D.C., and she was worried she was in danger because of the sensitive political information she had been provided by him.
I think it's perfectly clear we're in the wrong band. Oh, oh. Ginger is always sincere, just not to one man. Oh, oh. She called me up and she said, you know that I'm drowning. It's the dog trainer again. He says that he thinks that she needs more hands. I think it's perfectly clear we're in the wrong band. Senator, let's be sincere as much as you can. He called her up and he said, the new prosecutor soon will be wanting a word. So she's got a soft spot for heels and spurs, and they have something believing in her voice again. Said there's something believing in.
The Waitress has a straightforward lyric about a waitress who feels homicidal rage towards one of her coworkers. Musically, it vacillates beautifully between the subdued and gentle verses and the up-tempo aggressive chorus. It's one of my favorite songs on the album. Cornflake Girl was the first single released from the album in the UK, where it reached number 4. It's definitely the most commercial sounding track on the album, with a driving piano rhythm and a great vocal from Amos. For the longest time, I thought the lyrics were just about a girl who hated cornflakes, but it turns out the lyrics are actually about a conversation she had with a friend about female genital mutilation in Africa and how it was usually a trusted family friend who would perform the procedure.
Never was a cornflake girl. Thought that was a good solution, hanging with the raisin girls. She's gone to the other side, giving us a yo-yo. Things are getting kind of gross, and I go at sleepy time. This is not really, this is not really happening. You bet your life it is. You bet your life it is. Honey, you bet your life it's a peel out the watchword. Just peel out the watchword. What's going on? Seems we got a cheaper feel now. All the sweet teas are gone. Gone to the other side with my encyclopedia. They must have paid her a nice price. She's putting on a stupid love. This is not really happening. You bet your life it is. You bet your life it is. Honey, you bet your life it's a peel out the watchword. Just peel out the watchword. That was a good solution.
Icicle is a gentle ballad about masturbation and the loss of childhood innocence. That is all I'm going to say about that. I do like the solo piano intro with the use of stabbing dissonant chords before the song settles into a stark piano ballad. Cloud on My Tongue seems to be about emotional dependency and vulnerability. It's another gentle piano ballad with a fantastic string arrangement that creates a perfect atmosphere and tension.
Someone's knocking on my kitchen door. Leave the wood outside. What? All the girls here are freezing cold. Leave me with your body. Oh, I said I don't need much to keep me warm, and don't stop now. What you doing? What you doing, my ugly one? Bring them all here, all to hide out. 100 girls in your hair. It won't be fair if I hate her, if I hate her. You can go now, you can go now. You're already in there. I'll be wearing your tattoos. You're already in there. Got a cloud sleeping on my tongue. He goes, then it goes, and kiss the violets as they're waking up. Leave me with your body. Oh, I said leave me the way I was before, but you're already in there. I'll be wearing your tattoos. I'm already in circles and circles and circles again, the girls, and circles and circles, circles again, the girls, circles and circles and circles again, the girls, circles and circles and circles again. Well, someone's knocking on my kitchen door. Leave the wood outside. What? All the girls here are freezing cold. You can go now. You can go now. You can go now. You can go now. You're already in there. I'll be wearing your tattoos. You're already in there. Thought I was over the bridge now.
Space Dog, despite its title, is an existential rumination on identity, freedom, and societal conformity. Musically, it has a dark industrial keyboard riff, and there's a great deal of unresolved tension in this song that suits the lyrics well.
Way to go, Mr. Microphone. Show us all what you don't know. Centuries, secret societies. He is our commander still. Space still.
The final track, Yes, Anastasia, is a song about personal growth and empowerment and the journey towards self-discovery. Musically and melodically, I find it the least interesting song on the album, although it definitely shows what a great pianist she is. I don't hate the song, but it just doesn't connect with me the way the other songs do. So anyway, that is my take on Under the Pink. Let me know what you think of the album if you've heard it. How does it rank with the other albums in her discography? Hope you're enjoying this series. Thank you for your comments and take care.